Happy Thursday, happy Sweet 16 day, and happy Major League Opening Day. How you doing?
Doing great, fellas. How about you guys?
Doing really good, really good. It's a nice day here in Nashville. The guys will be, I guess they're probably traveling sometime soon. What do you make of Tuesday? Something you can just kind of get right past. It's just not all losses are the same. There are some games where you just get outplayed. There are some games where you hand one to a team on a silver platter, and then there's games where you lead by 5 in the 9th inning and lose in 10.
You know, Phil, if we go and take the series in Vandy this weekend, everyone will forget about Tuesday. If we lose the series, then people are going to be going back to Tuesday saying that's where it all started. So, but we all talk about the 9th inning, losing it, giving up 5 runs. I look at earlier in the game, Phil, and you and I talked about on the broadcast, like the first inning, Walker, or second inning, I think. You walk a leadoff guy. He goes to second on a dirt ball read, steals third, scores on a pass ball. Fisher strikes out the side, but still gives up a run. And then you look at the ball that came in from right, got past the third baseman Frazier, goes in the dugout, another run scored. Giving up a few little simple runs like that. If those weren't there, then we're maybe never in that 9th inning situation. And it's a different ball game. But who knows? It's crazy on Tuesday night. And, I think the key is just don't read too much into it.
Yeah. That's the best way to look at it, too. But, when I think of this Arkansas baseball team right now, I think of a team that has been fundamentally sound in the ability to throw strikes, not give a lot of added bases for opponents in terms of either pass balls, wild pitches, errors, or just misplays in the field. Every opponent that they've played has had to earn their way on base and then earn their way to score a run. It's usually the Razorbacks that are taking advantage of opponents' mistakes. So that's the thing I took away from Tuesday, and why I'd like to think it's more fluky than anything else, because that was the least fundamentally sound game they played this year.
Yeah, you're right. And the scorebook, the box score shows 2 errors, but if you really break it down, there were more mistakes than just 2 made. There were little things that don't show up in the box score, mistakes that were made that kind of came back to haunt us. But, hopefully we put it all behind us, go on to Vandy. And, I saw a stat. Matt Jones was talking about we haven't won a series in Vandy in 15 years. Is that true?
Yeah, I'd actually mentioned it during the post-game show on Tuesday night. I'm just not sure if you might have been listening at that point. 2010 is the last time Arkansas has won a series at Vanderbilt, and this is one of those ballparks where it's like they tailor the team to the field. Baseball is one of those sports where you can tailor your team to the confines in which you play, and it's a small field, and it's a fast track, just a really fast field. It's all artificial, and then there's just kind of the way that Vanderbilt plays, and I think more than anything about Vanderbilt, they try to be a team that gets in an opponent's head, that annoys them, and I'll tell you what, it works on me. I hope it doesn't work on the team this weekend.
Yeah, well, you have to deal with a whistler, so that's enough to get in your head. But I don't know how much that affects the guys, but they definitely, Vandy's a team. I look at them similar to Kentucky. They play better at home. I think their team is well suited for the turf they play on. If you look at their numbers, Phil, they're not a heavy hit team. They're hit 284 as a team. They've only hit 22 home runs. I mean, we've hit 57. They have stolen 43 out of 47 bases, but in SEC play, they're just 1 for 1 in SEC play. They're not stealing bases in SEC play. So, but on the pitching side of it, if you look at their opponent's batting average against, they're at 188, and they're leading the nation and with a 188 opposing batting average against them. So they can definitely pitch. And so that's going to be a big challenge for us. But, I look at all those numbers that the pitchers have, all the strikeouts. I mean, they've struck out 294 batters as a team. We've struck out 256, which is still a great number, but there's a ton of strikeouts there. But I look at it and say, okay, yeah, they've got a lot of strikeouts. They're not giving up a lot of hits per inning, but they haven't faced a Razorback lineup that's actually leading the conference in hitting. If you look at just SEC play only, and when's the last time we've been able to say that?
Man, I mean, you have to go back to 18 and 19 probably, or maybe 2021 had a pretty good lineup too. But I put this one so far. I mean, they've scored 10 runs or more in 5 straight games. It's been 7 of 8 games that they've scored 10 runs or more. Those are games you're supposed to win. And offensively, I don't think anybody knew what to expect coming into the season this year just because it's a group of new hitters. But there was a feeling that the pitching staff would be what would lead the team, and it's actually the other way around. It's an offensively led ball club that's pitching well enough. What do you make right now of what's going on with the Arkansas pitching staff? You got a couple of starters that looked good last weekend. Gackle needs to get it going. And then I wonder what you think about the back of the bullpen right now.
Well, I tell you what, if you just look at the starters, Phil, I think Vital Cheese, I think Root, they both looked way better last weekend. I thought Root was awesome. Had that breaking ball going, had all 4 pitches going really. And Gabe Gackle, I still go back to that one play that would have ended the inning in the second inning, the ground ball to short that Baheba threw it to second base instead of throwing it to first. I think if he throws the first and gets the out, Gabe gets out of that inning, and it looked like to me he was starting to throw better pitches. And I've said this a couple times already. I still feel like Gabe got squeezed a little bit. Gackle was throwing pitches on the inside corner to righties. He wasn't getting any of the calls. You and I talked about his body language on the broadcast, and you never see that out of Gackle. I mean, he's pretty even keel out there on the mound, but he was visibly frustrated with the strike zone. So hopefully you take all those things and throw them in there. And I think we're going to go out and have 3 good starts against Vandy. I really do. I think our pitchers are better than their hitters, and I think we're going to go out and do well. Oh, and to the back end of the bullpen. My bad. Yeah. I didn't answer that question. I'm worried about Fouch. If you look up, SEC closer, if you Googled it, it would show Christian Fouch. He just hadn't been able to get it done, and I hope it doesn't get into his head. You can't go in and hit, 6 batters in 6 innings if you're a closer. But then you look at a freshman like Carson Wiggins, he's definitely got closer stuff, and he's come in and made some really big pitches in some key situations. So, and look, a couple of years ago, we probably never thought we'd be talking about Parker Coyle late innings, but Parker's come in and done a great job. You got Jimenez that can come in late. I still feel good about the back end of our bullpen. I still think we got the dudes back there to get it done. So I'm not worried yet, Phil.
All right, so it's opening day for Major League Baseball. How do you celebrate?
You know what? With everything going on with Razorback baseball, I haven't had time to process it. I know the Yankees are playing the Pirates.
No, they got the Marlins. They'll visit Pittsburgh. They'll visit Pittsburgh next week. I think they get the Brewers today. That's who it is.
Oh, I thought we opened up against the Pirates.
You're going to open up in Pittsburgh with their for their home opener. You get the Yankees and you get the Brewers at Yankee Stadium today. That's a much better team than the Pirates. That's a team that might actually beat the Yankees today.
I was hoping to get 4 easy wins to start out the season, but I haven't even been locked in. Phil, it's hard. I love Major League Baseball. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a baseball fan. But it's harder to watch MLB these days. I can watch college baseball all day. I don't keep up with MLB like I used to. I think the game's gone a different direction. I think players have gone a different direction. I think everything about it's different. And so, I'm a bigger. It's kind of like college football. I love college football, and I really don't watch much NFL anymore.
Well, I mean, I had the optimism of being a Pirates fan beaten out of me, so I don't pay as much attention to Major League Baseball, but I also think it's because I just don't have enough room in my brain for everything going on. You've got plenty of room in your brain for Major League Baseball, Bubba, so I just think you're just frustrated with the way it's played.
Well, it's definitely played different than it was back in the day, and I think everything about it, Phil, I'm a big hustle guy. And I want to see you hustle. I don't care if you're making $30 million a year, hustle. And when I don't see a guy hustling until it's his contract year, and then all of a sudden he decides to hustle when his contract's on the line. But those things are frustrating. I want to see those guys be a good example for the younger kids that grow up watching them as role models, and I don't see it sometimes, and so it's a little bit frustrating. But you know what we can always do is turn on a Razorback game or go to a Razorback game and see baseball played the right way, and that's what I love to do.
You want to see guys run hard to first base? I got a team that's wearing Razorback uniforms for you because they do it every single time. Yeah. Bubba, appreciate you coming on, man. Love these segments. Miss you this next weekend. Could use you with the Whistler here, but I guess I'll see you next week for the Mizzou series.
I tell you what, next time we go to Vandy, I might go and just sit by the Whistler.
That needs to be mic'd up. Well, one microphone, just yours.
Yeah.
It's Bubba Carpenter.
Yeah.
With us.
We'll go get them, Phil, this weekend, and appreciate you having me on. And good luck to the Hogs tonight, pulling for them, and let's have a good weekend of baseball also.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for betting on all the madness. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to a $200,000 bracket contest, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here.